I'm getting like 80s movie like soundtrack vibes when I
Yeah,
hear that
definitely.
now. Like,
I agree.
like something like, that would be in like a Karate Kid movie, like a romantic montage, you
Yep.
know?
He finally gets the girl or something,
Yeah.
or they have a
Yeah.
special before like something inevitably like gets in the way of the romance or something like
Yeah. Yeah,
when they're
like
courting each other.
the antagonist comes in and ruins. So
Right.
like
Johnny comes in.
yeah, so you have so you've seen Karate Kid, the original, and then did you see Karate Kid 2 when he goes to Osaka, Japan?
Oh yes.
Okay. Um, so, you know, who do you go for? Was it Elizabeth, is Elizabeth Shue in the first one? Was that
Yeah,
her?
oh yeah. Yep.
Elizabeth Shue or that Japanese girl?
Oh, Japanese. I've always had a crush on Elizabeth Shue. Now, have you watched Cobra Kai?
No, I haven't.
Okay, because maybe not. Maybe she makes an appearance in Cobra Kai, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's still
Really? Oh, yeah,
adorable. Yeah,
she's adorable.
yeah.
Like
But
she was
that
so like
girl, the number two, is
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it's just I mean like man, there's so many crushes on 80s. Mary Stuart Masterson. Is Mary Stuart Masterson? Was that one? That was one of them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She was kind of cute. Molly Ringwald,
Oh yeah.
Demi Moore.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
No, Demi Moore. I still think. Did you watch The Substance?
No.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good movie. Body
Okay.
horror movie. It won. It was nominated at least for an Academy Award. Didn't win, but
Okay, fair
should
enough.
have. Should have.
Hey, so welcome to another episode of Watch Soup. I am your co-host Bobby Legs. I am joined by my other co-host Clayton from the Watchdog podcast. Clayton, how are you, man? What's going on with you?
Warm. I'm warm. I
Oh
just
yeah,
walked the dog, so excuse the sweaty appearance. Had to get it in. It doesn't even get cool at 9 at
I
night. It's
know.
ridiculous.
I know. I look at the weather, and next week we might have some cool nights, meaning that it's going down to like the low 60s.
Right.
Other than that, it's like 70s, and at least I think there's going to be some sort of break for us. But I mean, it doesn't mean anything if the humidity is high, and
Yeah.
that's what's going on. That's why it's like really like I took out the trash. You took out the dogs. I took out the trash, and it was like thick, man. I'm walking up my
Oof.
hill, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, this sucks.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I feel bad complaining. I talked to my sister today who lives in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where
yeah,
you did some travels a couple
yeah,
summers ago, I
yeah,
believe. Yeah.
yeah.
It's 52. It was 52
Ooh.
degrees there at like 3 o'clock when I talked to her. So I don't know. I think I'd still rather have 90.
No, no, not me, not me.
Like
Um,
40-degree wind chills. You're not supposed to talk about wind chills in July. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yes, I love
that's
it. I love,
that's reserved for winter months only. That's wrong.
yeah. Hey, what do you got on wrist tonight, bud?
Uh, wearing the Air King.
Nice,
Yep,
nice.
getting it in rotation. Yep.
That's the new iteration of the Air King, right? That's
Yes.
when you have
Yep.
the crown guards
I've
and
had it
whatnot.
almost 3 years. I got the
Wow,
call and at the end of August in 22. So yeah,
hey,
3
that's
years coming up.
impressive. 3 years for you. You that
Yeah.
this is some staying power.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Wow, wow, amazing, amazing. I got the hey, I'm still crushing really hard on the citizen I have here, the diver. Just a quick tidbit tomorrow, guys. The big reveal.
Ooh.
I'm gonna reveal the watch that I picked up. I finally got it. Also, a couple of guys joining the chat tomorrow. Wolfgang being one of them, Finney, and Dib, and one of these guys also picked up a new watch over the weekend, and hopefully he'll share that with us as well. Anyway, let's say hello to the chat. This speaking of Wolfgang, this is his favorite part, and then we'll get right into the soup. Okay, Tiger Tail, he's in first. All right, Maison's here. Good evening, Maison. Wearing that Pioneer Mad Swiss. This is not quite the
Oh,
Mad Swiss, but Color Brothers. Hey, Bill K, good to see you. Wade Ben is here. Wayben's wearing his Formex Space Gold. Okay, nice.
oh, cool.
Nilo's here. What's up, Nilo? Good to see you. Marceau, you and Tourbillon tonight. Nice. Mr. Wilson is here. Hey, Steve Time Hill. Yeah, great that you're here as well.
Love to
Hey,
see all
Eric.
these guys.
Yep, absolutely. Eric, such great support from these guys, right? It's always the same guys, and I really appreciate we really appreciate that your support. Mez9 is here. How you doing? Um, Wolfgang. Speaking of who are the two? Hey, man. That's us. It's Clayton and I.
What we want to look like, maybe,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or
But
maybe
I'm so
10
angry.
years ago or something.
But I'm
Yeah,
so
you're
angry.
angry.
I'm
You're
so
angry.
angry on it. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Just so angry. Um, Rick's here. Hey, Rick. Good to see you,
Hello,
bud.
Rick.
Um, Give me 52 over. Yes. See, Wayman is not too far away from where I live, and he knows, and
Yeah.
he lives. It's even like 10 degrees hotter than where I mean, because he's like right in the city.
Well, my sister and I were saying we wish we could meet in the middle because I would take 70 and
No,
then she
70's
could
not
have,
bad.
she gets,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll give her 20 degrees.
yeah. I take
Yeah.
72 as well. Um, let's see here. Mr. Finney. Hey, speaking of Mr. Finney, anyone getting hypnotized by
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, all right. I mean, is it noisy or
No,
no?
it's the two
Okay, okay.
little pulleys are just
Eh,
going around in a circle, and it's like if you
Yeah.
stare at it too
Sorry.
long, you're gonna get
I
very
gotta keep
sleepy.
it on because the AC that cools the whole bottom of the first floor is right here, and I can't have it on during the stream, and I need the fan because it is hot as
Yeah,
balls.
I get it. I get it.
Uh, Here we go. Two of the guys plus legs picked up a watch. At least one. Just saying. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
I got the
Um.
call today for something that's
Ooh.
not nothing major.
Oh.
I think just
Okay.
my Seiko AD is looking to offload the Jaws King Turtle.
Yeah, that's
He's
rough,
like,
man.
"Do you want it?" And I'm like, I don't know. I love Jaws, but I'm just not sure."
I brought that I showed that watch in the weekend review stream that I did on was it Sunday night? I think it was Sunday night. And man, it's rough. It's the branding is tough on it.
Yeah,
You
my
know,
wife
it's
likes it surprisingly. I showed it to her.
wow.
She's like, "Oh, that's." She's like, "That's pretty cool." I was
Okay.
like, "Oh,
Hey, to each
well."
his own, right?
I know he'll give me a good discount on it, but
Yeah.
still.
I mean, like it's limited, but it's like limited to like a million pieces, and this
5,000 or
doesn't.
something,
Yes.
yeah, not really limited.
Neil having wearing the excellent Zin EZM M3 tonight. And underachieving watch collector is wearing Rangeman 9400. Very nice. Okay. All right. So hey, let's jump in. I think you're going up first
Yes, I think
today.
it's my turn.
And hey, you got watches with Dennis. 5 odd watches that I actually like, and I'm going to let me know when you want me to pop up the
Sure,
images. Okay.
sure. Yeah, so it was I don't know, tough pickings this week for videos, but I thought we could take a look at these watches
Yeah.
and what we think of them, and then maybe talk about our own odd watch loves that maybe we just haven't pulled the trigger on for whatever reason, but we've always admired a little left of center when it comes to what we normally like, maybe. So, yes, watches with Dennis. Dennis looks at 5 odd watches that he actually likes. He's known for having staid or boring tastes, liking very traditional watches, but there are exceptions to every rule. So here are 5 examples of odd watches that Dennis kind of digs. Number one, Studio Underdog. Thank you, sir. Well
No problem.
done. You're a pro.
It's pretty smooth,
Um,
right?
that was good. I don't think it's as cool when I call it out, though. I think we're just supposed to
Yeah.
know that it's cool. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Gotcha.
I am not cool. Studio Underdog 01 Series Watermelon Generation 3. Um, he doesn't particularly like watermelon as a fruit, and I just want to stop it right there. Who doesn't like watermelon? Do you like
I
watermelon?
love watermelon.
I've
Wait,
been gorging myself on it all
yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
Uh, I, I don't know. I don't, I'm not sure
You
what to think of him.
you want to know something really interesting? And this blew my mind when I found this out. Ukraine, that's like one of their top uh, agricultural products. It's like
Wow.
sunflowers and and watermelon. Like who?
Huh.
Like I wouldn't think Ukraine is you know?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's
Anyway,
interesting. Wow. I wonder what it is about the Ukraine that
yeah,
fosters such wonderful watermelons.
I don't know.
All right. So Dennis does not like the watermelon, the fruit. He doesn't like the color of watermelon. He doesn't like different size subdials. But yet, when put them all together in a package, he likes it for whatever reason. Not, sometimes we just can't explain why we like
Yeah,
things.
fair enough.
We are a walking contradiction in this hobby, I think. It's creative. He likes that. He likes the watermelon seed indices.
Mm.
It's a great price point, about $675 for this one. Why hasn't he bought one? They're just not readily available. When he found out about them, they were already sold out, and they're just every time they come up, they sell right away. They're hard to get. And but his biggest issue is the movement. The Seagull ST 1901B. He's heard of way too many issues with it, not necessarily in Studio Underdog watches, but just in general. Despite the price, he just does not want to take a chance on, mechanical chronographs can be finicky as it is. So a movement that's known to have some issues, he's just staying away. Now, the Mono Pusher Studio Underdog could solve this problem for him, but it's around $2,000, and plus they don't have the watermelon. So he's just going to stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Watch number 2, the Creedor Node GCLH 985. First of all, do you have any thoughts on that watch? You want to talk about them after? You want to talk about them?
No, well, hey, I'll just pop in with the
Yeah,
studio underdog. Let's go back over here. You know, I go back and forth with these.
me
I
too.
got to be honest.
Me
Sometimes
too.
I like them. Sometimes I don't. I wouldn't go watermelon. I think there was like a cookies and cream,
Yeah,
something like that I thought would kind of, oh, hey, that's kind of neat. Like, if I think they were like these are like close to $700, which is not like terrible. I mean, for something that,
you're gonna get your money back if you sell it too, or
yeah,
for the most part, because they're
for the
in
most
such
part.
demand. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's just like, if I had like, like money to burn, maybe I would pick one of these up. Just for the hell of it, right? They had the pizza one. Didn't they have the pizza one too? Like,
Yeah,
wasn't there
I've
one like
seen
a
that.
pizza?
I went
Yeah.
to a watch meetup. There's a guy who has it. It's
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, there's moments where I think that it's really cool, and then there's moments like, what I slap myself in the face,
right.
like, what am I thinking? What about you? How do you feel?
Same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
I know I shouldn't buy it because it
yeah,
wouldn't last very long, but I'm glad they exist. I think it's awesome that they're so popular and that they sell out right away. Like I think it's cool that there's such great demand for it, but I know it's a watch that I would get for a while and then move on from it. I'm trying not to do that anymore for
yeah,
the most part. So, yeah, I'll admire it from afar.
yeah. Hey, Clayton, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us this evening. Okay, back to you, Clayton.
All right, let's get to the Creedor node number 2, the GCLH 985. I got to say, and I know underachieving watch collector, hideous dial in that Creedor. I don't know. This might be my new watch crush. I like this weird ass thing. Anyway, he says there's lots of node watches out there. I didn't know this existed till watching this video. Actually,
Yeah,
some are understated and some are about a bit out there, like this one. Um, it's under 10 millimeters. Then it's a hand wind spring drive movement. So awesome movement on this. Uh, Strange layout, as you can see. Power reserve up there at the 10. Just random 2, 4, and 7, and they're all different
mm,
sizes.
hmm,
Date window is pretty normal on this thing.
yeah,
It's about the only thing that's normal. The numbers are also cropped. Like you can see that 2 is slightly cropped there.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so but nonetheless, Dennis is just drawn to it. The oddness of this watch, like, is too much for it. It sparks his curiosity. Uh, so why hasn't he bought this weird Creedor? A couple things. They're not made anymore. It would have to be used. They're about $4,000 or so. The price doesn't bother him so much, but it's the tariffs.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
um, they're all in Japan.
Hmm.
Every single one that's on Chrono 24 is in Japan.
Hmm.
He believes that the tariff situation is going to resolve itself. He wishes he could go to Japan and try them on, but when or if the tariff situation sort of resolves itself, he may just buy one without trying them on. What do we
Yeah.
think of this? I think this is going to get roasted in the comment section.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's not too many comments yet on it. Hey, listen, this is a tough one for me, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like, I'm not married to symmetry per se. Like, I don't mind when things are a little bit different or off.
right.
But this one, I want to look. I want to be cool, man, and I want to
Yeah.
like this watch. I'm not into it. I know you are. Tell
I
us.
well, I flip flopped on symmetry because we don't look at watches this close up, right?
Okay.
Even that
Okay.
Nomos is asymmetrical. It has like the 2 subdials on one side and then nothing on the left side of the dial. I don't notice it. I don't notice it. I think something like this is something we focus on blowing up images online, but then you get it on
Yeah.
wrist and you don't think twice about it. Or at least I don't. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I don't. Like I don't really like 4 o'clock date windows on images on the
Mm,
computer, but then in person,
yeah.
I,
It's
I couldn't
different.
really care less. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Um,
but this is interesting, that's for sure.
underachieving watch collector, not liking it.
No.
I like it. We've been taken by the series
Studio
Studio
Underdog.
Underdog
Yeah.
Moser collab.
Did you ever see
Uh,
those in person?
I haven't. Great for Studio Underdog. Curious collab by Moser. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Yeah, but Moser has a tendency to do some whimsical
Yeah.
kind of things. So, um, MD Chaz, Creator, the greatest Seiko, the grandest Seiko. Sorry. Hey, Marcelo, good to see you. This is a fun watch to have when you already have multiple watches in your collection.
That's right. That's right. Why not have something wacky when you already have standard looking watches? Why not, if you're going to have like a decent sized collection or even like a, 6 to 10 watch collection, why
Yeah.
not throw something like this in that you wear once in a while? And at a watch meet, this one's going to get the most attention.
I think that's solid points right there. Creator leaves me cold. Waven says this one does nothing warm. Me too.
Not a
Creator.
fan.
Yeah. A watch only a mother could love. A watch face. Marcel, who I believe lives in Japan. If you buy watches in Japan, sorry, a watch that you will wear it. You also will get your tax-free 10%, but you probably can do it only with one watch. Make sure it is an expensive one. Okay, gotcha. Don't buy the Jaws watch, Clayton. That will also be a quick buck.
Yeah, very quick.
On the Creator, the numbers make it seem like you're adjusting screen brightness on the dial.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Good
I just
observation
had
there.
clients go to Japan and I didn't know they were going. I knew they were going away, but I don't like to pry. And they came back and they brought me a bunch of interesting Kit Kats,
Oh,
which was really cool. Like odd flavors, sake, and
oh,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, they were all really good. But I
Yeah,
was telling them that I was like, oh, I wish I would have known. You could look for watches for me, and they're like, oh, we totally would have. Like, oh,
yeah.
damn it, next time. Hopefully, they go back.
Uh, Steve, I don't believe anything Steve says right here. I don't believe he's watching all of them.
I know it's really. I'd like to see it in person at least, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I think my days of I don't know when I wouldn't wear it ever over the SNR 045.
Yeah.
It'd be a
Yeah.
cool like I'm going to the beach next weekend, so it'd be a fun watch to take to the beach, but then I would sell it after taking it to the beach, and lose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and you know what? I'll definitely have it next week's watch soup. We all know that, right? So
Oh man.
uh,
Next one, Clayton. What do you got?
all right, we got the Ulysses Nardan Freak 1.
Mm,
He likes several iterations
yes.
of the Freak. He just decided to go with this one. It's a super long reference number. I'm not going to repeat
Yep.
it. You know, what's to say about it? I mean, it's just super cool. He thinks the time telling function of the movement, it's built into the movement. I mean, how unique and iconic it is. Why doesn't he own one? The price. It's pretty
Hmm.
straightforward. This one in particular retails at $76,000 USD. There are
Hmm.
several iterations on the used market. They're all pretty expensive. So that's been the barrier. And they also wear a little larger than he likes. But this is also one of my dream watches. I know we have at least one in the chat, right? The
Oh, a
person
couple.
that
There's a
owns a
couple.
couple, yeah, couple.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
what a cool watch. It's one of
It
my
is.
dream watches for sure.
Yep. I agree. I mean, there's not too many freaks that I don't like. I think I like, you know what I mean? Uh,
You're talking about the watch?
I'm talking about the watch. I'm talking about the watch. No,
Uh,
no, yeah. I mean, it's a watch that I would, if I had the means, I would love to own as well.
yeah. Yep. Totally. We want to move to number 4.
Yep.
Oh, I had number 3 and number 4 on the same sheet. The Space One watches Tellurium. He likes the funky case of this one. The
Hmm.
crown's at 12. The dial reminds him of aventurine glass, and that makes
Hmm.
sense because it's a space watch. Um, everything just space is the theme here, and there's something nerdy about it that he likes. The time telling is done with like these celestial planet spheres. It's nerdy and cool all in one. Why hasn't he bought one? Again, availability. They were only a
Yeah.
limited edition of 300. They're about $3,500. They were scooped up quickly. He hasn't even looked on the secondary market. He wishes he would have known about it when they were released because there's a good chance he would have strongly considered going for one. I agree. I think it's really cool. Another one like I have a bunch of watches that look the same. Why not throw something like this
Yeah.
into the collection? Because I just think it's kind of super cool. I'm not going to wear it all the time, not going to wear it that much, but again, it's a conversation
Mm,
starter at a
mhm.
watch meetup. Everyone's going to be interested in this one. So,
Yeah. You know, I could leave this one. You know,
yeah,
I
you don't
mean,
like this one?
yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I mean, I feel like there's been in the last year, um, a lot of these types of watches have been popping up. Um, I guess they take their cues from some of the more higher ends, like the like Urwerk or MBNF, and they, whatever. But I'm over it. I'm over it for now. You know what I mean? So like I appreciate them, and I appreciate kind of like the a different spin on, telling time, and some of these brands are making these kind of like designs, more affordable, right?
Yeah.
Which is great. It's just not for me. Not for me anymore.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Something like this is usually very expensive and complicated, and for it to be, not nearly as complicated as those expensive ones, but for to be able to get something that feels really cool for
Mm,
this price, and it's expensive still. I mean, $3,500 is
yeah,
not. We talk about money like the $3,500 is a drop in the bucket. It's really not, but
yeah,
still, it's more accessible than $40,000.
yeah. Then he's got a small channel, Peter.
Yeah, he's
About
been
400
on,
bucks.
with, Sam on the, Casual Watch Talk live streams and stuff too. Yeah, good channel. He does a live stream every Saturday.
Yeah.
He's really into pinball machines too. I think he has like a pinball machine podcast.
Oh wow.
Yep. We wanna go to number 5?
Number 5.
Okay. Probably the one of the only APs I actually think looks halfway decent. The Remaster Zero Two. It's a throwback to the '60s, exaggerated horizontal rectangle case. Makes it look like there's a extra module attached to the side where the
Mhm.
crown is there. Looks like an add-on. He loves the blue. The gold case is a nice complement to the sapphire crystal. The sapphire crystal makes it look like an avant-garde piece. Um, he doesn't like much that AP does, but he's very attracted to this. This was a limited edition of 250 pieces, priced at $47,200, which he
Yeah.
actually was surprised at the price. Thought it might be even more.
Mhm.
It's too expensive for him to pursue,
Yeah.
but he really likes it. I dig this. I love
Yeah.
this thing. If I had the means, I would definitely think about trying to acquire this.
It's definitely super interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
very interesting.
and you're not gonna get any hate, from me on this one.
Right.
It's just different. It's just
Yep.
different, and that's cool. And
Yep.
that's cool. Hey, K Archer, good to see you, bud. How you doing? Wilson, he loves this one.
Yeah,
He loves it.
I think it's probably one of my favorite APs, outside of just, like, a standard Royal Oak, which I think it looks really nice. This is
Yeah. Yeah.
this is
I
super cool.
I agree. I agree.
Are there any other odd watches that you can think of that you're drawn to?
Yeah, I've been so I guess they're odd in a sense that, like the shape of the case is not everybody's favorite. So right now I'm on a tonneau kick case
Mhm.
kick, and so like, this came up in conversation with a couple of my watch friends today. um I'm a fan of the Roadster, right? The Cartier
Yeah.
Roadster. And I know that's, the watch is discontinued, and maybe because it wasn't like super popular, or maybe it was, I don't know. It's just like it's been discontinued. But I kind of like that shape, and it's exaggerated with the crown, right? Crown exaggerates even the
Yep.
tonneau shape, right, and the width. So I understand it's not for everybody. And then I was thinking down the road, and it was triggered by the next video that we're gonna see, or talk about. Um, I love that Cartier Pasha,
Mhm, mhm.
and especially, I had a friend, I had a couple friends who were watchmakers that I was friends with about 20 years ago, and they both worked for Richemont, and one guy specifically worked on Cartier, and he had a Pasha, and he was like a, burly kind of dude. You know what I mean? Like he was like, rough, like a,
Yeah.
graggly voice, and like the kind of guy that you wouldn't think would wear a Pasha, but it looked cool on. He rocked it. Had the grill, stainless steel, and ever since then I was just like, I like
Yeah.
that watch. And I know it's not for everybody. and it's not on a lot of people's radar, but it's something that I like. How about you?
That's what even makes a watch more interesting when you see
Yeah,
that type of guy, like Muhammad Ali wearing a very small tank, right? That's even more
yeah,
interesting
yeah,
because you
yeah,
don't picture somebody like that wearing,
yeah,
I mean, yeah, if I had all the money in the world, this or that, the freak, I mean, for sure. I was very interested in the Toledano and Chan, which looks very similar to this, kind of like a rectangular
hmm,
brutalist geezer watch, as Phil Toledano calls it. Simple movement in there. They were just a little too expensive. I didn't, but I think if you find them pre-owned, they're even more now. I think a lot of scalpers made the last batch sold out in like 12 minutes or something. That was released last month or the month before, maybe in May. I always thought that was really interesting.
yeah,
Citizen Campanola makes some
yeah, yeah. Those are
really
interesting,
cool
right?
watches. They're a
Yeah,
little big, and again,
yeah,
they're all in Japan.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what the tariff situation right now, but yeah, those are really cool.
They're
They
kind of
wear,
pricey.
yeah, they're pricey. I mean, they're very complicated. If those
Yeah,
were mechanical watches, they'd be probably
yeah,
$100,000,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
they're all quartz, and we know Citizen does high-end quartz very well.
right.
So maybe one day, but most of the case sizes on those are pretty big. But I've always been
Yeah,
drawn to them. Sometimes I just go on a rabbit hole on Chrono 24 and look at all the models.
yeah. They definitely look good on imagery and on
Yeah,
images, right? Or renders. I mean,
yeah.
like, so, like, I would love to see. I would love to see one of those in
You
person.
don't see many videos on YouTube about them either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Marcelo was saying, he feels that AP had lost their way with the Spider-Man, Black Panther. I totally agree.
Oh yeah.
I totally agree with those collaborators. They're definitely head scratchers. Like, when the Black Panther came out, and it's just like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Um, Wolfgang said, I like the AP in good, health, Wilson. So, like, Wolfgang's not a big fan. That's
Oh.
basically him saying that. It's not a, and then here you go. Wilson says you love it in person. Okay. Um, I will love it as much as the other watches presented by Wolfie.
Or as
Uh,
much as saying hello to the chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, I think Tyson did own a
Oh,
Pasha. That's right. I think you're right about that.
yep.
I think you're right about that. Um, yeah, and like, it's cyclical with me. There's certain watches that that I think are really out there that I like. And then, like, what one watch I really, so I had the Romain Jerome spacecraft.
Mhm.
Um, and that was a cool watch. Not for everybody. I really, really like that watch. Again, like one of the watches I sell that I regret. But even more interesting to me, and I would love to get my hands on it. There's a couple on eBay, but they're like really expensive. Is the Romain Jerome collaboration with LA and Silverstein, the Subcraft? And the Subcraft has it's more rounded than the spacecraft, and that also has the jumping hour, and it's like,
Okay.
and that is such an awesome watch.
Well, I'll have
I
to look that one
love
up.
that.
I can't picture
Yeah,
it.
it's on
Yeah.
it's on
Yeah.
it's on hold on a second. Why not? We got some time. Let's I have it on my wish list, on eBay, or watch list, right? Or I thought I did.
I'm glad you didn't
Uh,
say the Titanic one because Tim Masso just roasted that on his show
oh,
on
did he?
Monday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, let me remove that and then add to screen. So this watch right here.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So you have I think those that's the minutes on top, and
Oh
then
yeah. Yep.
and then that's the jumping hour right there. Such a cool watch. Such a
I'm
cool
not seeing
watch.
a
Now I
close
picked
up.
up. Oh, okay. Oh, right. That page didn't open up. Sorry. Hold
Oh,
on.
no problem. There we
Okay.
go.
So now, yeah. So you said the minutes on top up here,
Oh
right?
yeah. Okay. Oh, see, I like that one. No offense, I like that one better than the one you had. I like that.
Oh,
It's more like a sleek design. It's not so.
no,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I definitely like this more than the one I
Looks like
had.
a pager.
Definitely.
Looks like a
Right,
pager
right,
kind
right.
of.
Um, just a very, very cool watch. I mean, like, there's only like one or two of these, and they're both over 10. And it's just like, oh, you know what I mean? I mean, these
Yeah.
are very limited. You don't see them come up that often.
It's in the States at least.
It's in the it's in the states at least, right? And he's got 1,643 um,
Oh,
reviews.
that'd be a cool watch to just go for, huh? That'd be
I
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I mean, like, this is like this watch would be though like the 20th fifth watch in the
Yes.
collection. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
If if I had that kind of means and that kind of a collection. But
Or, you've owned so many watches though that you could get away with having this in a smaller collection. We've had so many watches that's like, could
yeah,
get away with
it's
this.
true. It's true. I see what you're doing, Clayton. But I got to show some restraint. Gee, damn it! I got to show some restraint.
We could split it, be the official watch soup watch.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
I'm
Okay.
trying. I'm trying.
I appreciate it. Okay. Hey, let's jump to the next video. And from one of my favorite YouTubers, watch content creators, I rarely do we, and I know Sanjay is one of Sanjay's favorite too.
Oh,
That's
yes.
why. Um, Rarely do we, or I've ever picked him because he does mostly reviews, right? So
Yep.
it's and we don't really showcase reviews on this. Anyway, you're terrific. Terrific Q&A and face, meaning that he showed his face. And so this video, he gets a lot of questions on social media and at meetups and through inception style dreams, as he says. And he's terrible at answering these because he's lazy. But he's empathetic and he does want to help, right? So in this video, he's going to answer some of the most common questions that he gets about watches. And I think, some of these questions are definitely some of the things that, we've gone through, right?
Mhm.
And maybe I'd like to see how like you would answer that too, Clayton, like some of the things that he brings up. So the first question is, what is your philosophy on watches? Watch collecting, he says, should be fun. And if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, right? And there's several reasons there is to this. Watch collecting can be stressful, and it was for him for a while, but he learned some things, and these are some of the things he's learned. Okay, budget, right? If you're spending a certain amount of money on a watch, and it's making you stressed out or unhappy, then don't do it. I mean, of course, easier said than done, right? Don't collect watches as an investment or to impress people or for your YouTube channel. And this one just hit me, like right there because I've been there. I've been there. Flipping watches, getting rid of some watches that I may have normally held and kept if I didn't have a channel, just to get some more watches in the channel, right? To review. The only way he spends money on a watch now these days, if he's feeling comfortable losing that money, right? So it's
Yep.
so he's not taking money from like that he's saved for his college, the kid's college education,
Right.
or like house repair. This is money that he's willing to just part with, and say goodbye if that's the case, right? Um, Also, look, liking a watch is not the same as liking owning the watch, right? And so when he first started watch collecting, he felt like any watch that he liked that he had to get, and in most cases he did. Um, and that was a mistake, and maybe you've done that, right? And it
Mhm.
took him a while to figure that out because after a while, some of the watches you own. Um, you may not even wear, right? And sometimes you have a similar watches that you like that you wear more, right? So the example that he used was that he picked up the Zen 556i, and he loved the way they look of the watch, but he also had an IWC Mark 18 and a Rolex Explorer, and so like when he was going to the um, watch box to pick watches, he was picking those over the Zen, and he didn't get any wear time on there. So addressing his first question, or the first question that he gets, you know, what do you have any identification like here with his, like, the way he has approached watch collecting and kind of the conclusions that he's come up with?
Yeah, I try not to get stressed about the hobby anymore. I'm not stressed. I used to be, for sure. Used to take it way too seriously, and
Yeah,
now it's one of the reasons like I love Jeff McMahon to death, but I don't quite identify with his videos anymore just because I don't know, I don't get that stressed out anymore. I try really
yeah,
hard not to. Just a whole. just trying to work on myself, and it
Mhm.
is a hobby
Mhm.
ultimately, right? And I think
Yeah.
less buying and more just enjoying has definitely been the biggest reason for that. Like I just don't buy 30, 40 watches a year anymore like I did
Yeah.
a few years ago. I buy 4 to 6,
Yep.
and I'm way happier doing that and selling less because selling is just stressful. And
Selling
when you
stressful.
buy more, you sell more, or at least I do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
make them budget neutral, as you might say. And yeah, that's stressful, and that's just not fun for me. Some people thrive on that and do that all the time, and that is fun
Yeah.
for them. Hey, if that's the way they enjoy the hobby, that's cool. For me, it's not fun. So, yeah, I identify with at one point feeling stress and not anymore for sure. And I don't
Yeah.
have a YouTube channel, and I think the number one reason I don't is because I would buy watches, justify it like, well, I need videos, I need
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I think a lot of these guys are pretty good at selling them now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I mean, like, I think he also made the point. I didn't write it down, but that this may be your process, right? That you have to go through, buying and selling watches, whatever, to maybe figure out like what you end up liking. I used to get stressed about this all the time, right?
Yeah.
And having the channel definitely added to that stress. And I got to a point like where I'm not really doing reviews anymore, right? I'm doing like more content stuff
Mhm.
that's not review related. I do the live streams, and that actually has helped relieve some of the stress. Also, during quarantine, like everybody like it was like groupthink, right? When you were like getting watches and buying watches, like everybody was just getting watches, right? And
Yes.
that's we had all this time and all this like spare cash at the time to do this, and now things have obviously changed and
Yep.
gone back to normalized, right? Normal day living, and so we have other interests, and other interests. For me, as playing the guitar again. You know what I mean? Like I'm not as focused as I am, or obsessed as I used to be when it comes to watches. So yeah, I think it's just a process, right? I think it's just a
Yep.
process before you find yourself, and then we're all different, and it just takes different set of circumstances and time, right?
I think it's
Uh,
group thinking another way. I think many people I know, my friends, are all in the same boat I'm in, just slowing down.
hmm
And I
Oh yeah,
think maybe it's because our tastes have gotten way more expensive too, and we just can't buy a bunch of those watches, right? So
yeah,
we
yeah,
settled down a little bit more. I think I know a lot of people who are in that position too.
yeah. Hey, sorry, guys. I just I would get up and I mean, like
If you
I
tilt the
just
camera down just a little bit,
maybe,
those
maybe.
little there you go.
Yeah, we
Oh,
see the
now
little
the
shadow.
shadow though, you see the shadow
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
wall.
yeah, yeah. All right. That's
Oh,
better,
that's
right?
good.
That's
Yeah,
better.
that's good.
Okay, okay. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So okay, so I think we can move on now, guys. Okay, great. Okay, so the second question is like, how can you decide between two watches, right? And it was simple here. He says, go try if you can, go try on the two watches, and whichever one makes you feel the best, right? That's the one you should pick, right? It's not a logical hobby; it's an emotional hobby. So don't overthink it, right? And so I think this is a really like. It sounds like, oh yeah, I mean, like this is like kind of like no duh, of course, like
Right.
you got. But I mean, like sometimes I forget that. Sometimes like hey, it's whatever watch that I actually like, you know. Now I missed a easy bake, but yeah, we got rid of that a while ago. But we have like some amps and drum
Is that a
sets.
drum set? Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the
Yeah.
boy.
I got a
I had a
sleeping dog.
oh, buddy. Hey, they've been actually well behaved, right?
Yeah, they've been quiet. Yeah.
I had a few drinks and the fan is really so she's asleep. Um, next question you got, like, what watches are the best value? He says, no, sir, we are not playing that game. No mechanical watch is a good value. There's no objective value. Again, he goes to the fact, like, if it's just like, if it feels good, if you like it, just buy it.
Right.
This is not objective. Um, what is your deal, man? And I was like, what is he talking about? And he's like, oh, the channel exists. And I guess it's in regards to his channel.
Right.
So the channel exists because he likes watches and he likes making videos. And he's not here to make money or build a brand or how many people watch, or he doesn't care how many people watch his videos, which is like, yeah, all right. Look, there's a part of all of us that get feels good when people watch our videos.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so like, I believe he doesn't want to make money on it. He's not here to make money. And I believe that, he's not looking to build a brand, but you do get a little off when you see like your subscriber count go a little bit higher, and he's over 100,000, and he gets a little plaque from YouTube. So
Yep.
come on, man, come on, man.
Oh,
I
I
don't
check all the
call him out.
podcast stats all the
Yeah,
time and, like,
yeah,
yeah, right. I do. Yeah, it's fun to kinda see, like, the cities and the devices. I mean, it gets
yeah.
really Big Brother. You can see,
Absolutely.
like,
You can drill it
yeah,
down to like
right.
countries and
Yeah, and what
regions.
devices, Android
Mhm,
device, Apple
mhm,
device,
mhm.
laptop, desktop. I mean, it's really weird. It's
And where
not
they're coming from
probably
the
not good.
browser, where they're coming from a browser,
Yeah.
recommendations or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Um, the fifth question is, how can I start my own channel? And he says, just start doing it. That's what for me. Like,
Mhm.
I had paralysis of analysis for like a year before I started my channel, and I just did it. Then I just started. I took a camera and I just started doing it.
Yep.
And I did it the simplest way I could. I started off with a collection video, and then I started doing more videos.
Yep.
And so, yeah, just do it. Just do it.
Doing a podcast is the same thing. It's
Yeah,
really not hard. You can
absolutely.
obviously upgrade your equipment as you go, but don't invest a lot. Like he said, also don't invest in a lot of equipment
Hmm.
right away
Yep. Yep.
until you spend a few $1,000s, then you decide, you get two people watch your first 20 videos and then you get dejected and then you spend all that money for nothing. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. We know when you're watching. We do.
Yep.
Um, Number six, what does the collection look like? And he admits here that his collection has been static for the last 18 months. He gets a lot of watches come in with the brands, and he made the point like he doesn't get paid. He's just, the only thing that he requires is that he holds on to them for a couple weeks so he can wear them, get used to them. And so like he hasn't felt the need to buy watches in a really, really long time because he has so many watches coming in from brands and from subscribers and from whatever, to come and review, right? All that he asks actually is that they pay for the shipping, right? Because he's not
And
gonna
insurance.
and insurance because he's not gonna pay for that stuff for like a $100,000 watch that
Right.
comes in, right? Can't blame him for that. And what is your grill watch? So he doesn't have or he doesn't believe in the concept of a grill watch, but he does have a couple of watches that he would love to add to his collection one day. If he has the means. And the first one he mentions is the Resonance and Alain Silverstein collab. Pretty cool watch, right? Here comes he wants the Cartier Pasha and the yellow gold and on bracelet. And that's where triggered my oh shit I love the Pasha.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's a little over the top for me, that one. But anyway, just a really interesting watch, right? And then he likes Seiko Pogue, not because it's after the astronauts, because he's interested in that movement,
Yeah.
being arguably one of the first chronograph movements, mechanical chronograph movements ever made. And he's just been lazy about doing the research. Because I think with those, I mean, you got to know who you're buying it from, and you got to do extensive work to making
Yes.
sure you got like a legit Pogue. Um, any thoughts? Any thoughts on the last couple of questions there? Anything that popped out for you, Clayton?
Yeah, I like his approach if he's being genuine, and I think he is, about just his philosophy on having a channel and doesn't want to be compromised. He likes to do what he wants. Um, and the podcast is I'm sorry, the YouTube channel is the only place where he kind of has say.
Mm-hmm.
Like what he says goes. He can't really do that at his job. He has the freedom. He's kind of
Yeah.
in charge of what the content is, and he loves that, and he doesn't want anyone to tell him what he can and can't say, and that's why he'll never accept free watches or money. um, yeah, so I think that's cool. I like that philosophy. I try to do the podcast that way so I can say be negative when I want to be negative and not worry about upsetting a
Mm-hmm.
vendor or somebody who gave me a watch, because I know I will worry about that stuff. And I just don't want that burden. Yeah, I'm fortunate that I don't need to make money from the podcast or the watch hobby at all. Like I
Yeah.
want to keep it a hobby. I want to keep it separate. And he kind of stresses that in the video. So that stuff kind of hit home with me for sure. How about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I mean, excellent points, and I feel the same way. Um, you know, I just like the guy, and I think he had mentioned that he likes making videos, and sometimes he likes making videos more than he actually likes watches. And so I I can feel that. I can tell by his production of the videos. They're really well done, and I appreciate his sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
Um,
very
there's been,
dry.
yeah, I mean, there's, I mean, he's probably the only YouTube watch content creator where I actually have like giggled. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? When he said something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like when Archie goes off, yeah, that's funny in another way, but that's just because I'm watching a crazy man.
yeah.
This one is like actually like,
Bluesy,
yeah,
bluesy.
yeah. Um, the Bremont video
Yeah.
is review is one of the best of all time. Anyway, but his dry sense of humor, his skill with the camera, and his the way he can describe a timepiece,
Yeah.
just great stuff, great stuff. And
Yep.
yeah, I like the channel, man. Um,
Great use of color too in all his
yeah,
videos.
absolutely. No, he's well thought out. I know he's in tech, but he's got to be like some sort of like in design. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's got like
Yeah.
that kind of like feel. Marcelo's got a couple of Seikos, but he's in Japan. So if you're all watching and you're in Japan and you want to reach out to Marcelo, he's got a couple. Special Marine Master in green.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's
Is
a
that the
nice one.
SLA 043 maybe? Is that
I
the
like
one?
that. If
That's
that's the
nice.
one, I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
10 he can be bought cheap. Okay. Wolfgang says I can vouch for Bobby's integrity, except for when he accepted a Heinrich. Been public. I did not. I bought that Heinrich, sir. I bought that Heinrich twice. I bought that watch twice.
And I don't really begrudge anyone for making money off videos, like, more power to them. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's just not something, and I think you and I have talked about this before, and you feel the same way. It's just not something I can do. I don't know why. Now presented with a lot of money, well, it'd be tough. It'd be like, "Oh, could use the money, of course," but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
I think I have to stick to my guns and just
It's
say,
not worth it.
"Nah, the
It's not.
podcast isn't for sale."
Neil says, "What size is?" Yeah, yeah. Nobody knows, right? I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was.
no, it's a
Yeah.
mystery. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I will. This is. I will make an exception. I will partner up. Um, if the product is not watch related, or it could be
Yes. Oh,
slightly
yeah, I
watch
would do
related.
that too. Yep.
Um, or like last year, I was reached out by a company that had this really cool electronic and that I mean battery powered like screwdriver set, right, and it had a bunch of like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
stuff on it. I loved it, and they gave me one for free, and I did like a little commercial on it on a video, and I have all that stuff in the description, not in the live stream description, but in my video description about like how you can get one. The product is great, and I loved it, and that kind of stuff I will do.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
mean,
agree with you there. Yep.
Atelier Wen sent me a watch last year, but I was like, I don't want anything. They didn't really offer actually anything. They just like, do you want to do a video? And I'm like, sure, as
Yeah.
long as I can say what I want, and I did, and
Yep.
but other than that, like if it's too close to home when it comes to that stuff, like I won't do it. I did it once a long time ago, and I never felt right about it, and so like I'll never do it again. But if somebody wants to like plug their like tent, like a canvas tent, which I'm in the market for, I will do a
Right.
commercial
I don't
for 'em.
mind doing that. I've actually
Yeah,
thought about doing, like, fake commercials. I did some fake commercials in college for a audio class, and,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
always
yeah.
thought about doing
That's
just making
funny,
up a
right?
bunch of fake commercials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who used to do that? Didn't like Car Talk? You
I
know,
believe they did, yep.
they
I
used they
believe
used
they
to do
did.
that, right? They
Yep.
used to do that. Yeah, that was one
I
of the.
did one for Preparation H, starring Harry Carey, because I'm not doing it here for you, but I used to do an okay Harry Carey impression, and, was talking about, like, now we can enjoy the 7th inning stretch, and there was, like, "Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun," and, like, home run sounds and
So
stuff. So I thought about doing something like that. But maybe commercials with dead celebrity impressions, not to piss anyone off, or yeah, that'd be kinda funny.
I used to do an impression of a coughing dog. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Um, did I do any impressions? I Nah. I mean, like I don't. I can do impressions of people that I know, which is who cares? Like,
Right,
like
right, right,
who
right.
cares, right? You know what I mean? Like they're not famous. But all right,
There's
so you
not a
got
big market for that.
yeah, so you got Harry Carey. Anybody else?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really think so. Maybe there might be one more that I can do, but oh yeah, I used to do a good Ozzy Osbourne, like
Yeah.
call just yelling for Sharon. I could do that. That's easy.
Yeah.
Anyone could do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
I used to do a lot better than that. That's about it. Yeah.
We're gonna need
No, maybe I will do it on the podcast as a commercial, and then I'll tell you. Maybe I'll
I
make
think that'd
that.
be great.
I'll produce that commercial. Um, what was I gonna say in regards to the video? With something else. I can't think of it. Uh, Formex sent Keith and I did an episode of my podcast about talking about microbrands, and Formex heard it and offered to send a watch, just not to keep, just to
Right.
check out, because we
Yeah.
were both saying how we, or at least I was saying in the podcast, I'd never seen one,
Yeah.
so I couldn't really rate it. And they said,
Yeah.
"Well, we'll let you see one, so you can." And I sent it to Keith, and then he was allowed to actually send it to someone else to check out. They were super cool. They didn't
Yeah.
put any boundaries on, negatives, positives. They just said, "Here's the watch. Talk about it, wear it, enjoy it." Uh, which I thought was kind of cool. But I even felt a little uncomfortable about that.
I like Formex watches. Our buddy Dib, he did he's part of some watch group.
Oh yeah, I
I won't
remember
mention.
that watch. That was a pretty nice watch.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
he did, and they did a collaboration with Formex, and he designed the dial, and did a great job. Did a great job. I think Wolfie picked the one up
Mm,
of those two,
yeah.
and just a beautiful looking dial, and I like Formex. I mean, I like that GMT that they did, that Reef GMT where you
That's
could
the
switch
one I
out the
got.
bezel.
Yep. That's the one I got. Yep.
I
Got a
had
few
one of
different
those.
bezels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
ratchet system of sizing on the clasp is, I mean, on the
brilliant.
even the straps is
Yep,
so
yep.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think people, obviously the knock on them is it's not really a knock. It's just that people just are turned off by the name, which doesn't the name doesn't bother me at all.
I think the
But some
movements
people,
kind of turn people off too. There's nothing.
no, that's true. Yeah,
The
yeah,
innovation is in everything else, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which I
Um,
can, which I can live with. If you like
I,
that other stuff,
I
the
think
movement's fine.
so can I. So can I. And
Yeah.
I mean, I always harp on the Celluloid 200, but if you throw it on a Formex and you give me all that other cool stuff on it,
Yeah.
I could look past it too.
Same.
I'm a hypocrite that way. Hey, look. Anyway, great job, man. We did it. We
Yeah,
did
we did
another
it.
episode. We were worried about like the kind of content this week, and we made it
Rough
happen.
week,
Rough
just
week.
no inspiration, and
Yeah.
yeah, just been burning the candle at both ends this week too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think we got a pretty good show out of it. Hey, it's easy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Totally.
With all the great
Um,
chat and everything, and they make it easy for us.
Yeah, the chat makes it easy. Anyway, guys, remember tomorrow another live stream. Gonna do double watch reveal, and having Wolfie and Finny and Dib on, and yeah, and we'll be back again next week, right, for another episode.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely. Yep,
Awesome.
we
Well,
will.
well, hey, listen.
I'm taking a beach day next week too. So I think
Oh,
the day after watch soup. So I'll be real loose. I'll be yeah. Where my wife and I
oh,
are taking a day off and going to the beach.
nice,
Yeah.
nice, man.
It's
I
supposed to
hope
be like 90 degrees too, so it'll be good.
that's when 90 degrees is okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take it if I'm going to be, and also by the ocean, it'll be about 10
Yeah,
degrees cooler anyway. So,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. All right, man. Well, have a good night, and everybody have a good night. We'll see you guys again
Thanks,
next week.
guys. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye bye.